So I'm just testing my 10 pip grid here on the playback of the Eurodollar 2015 something August. Doesn't matter. Um, just got done watching the Inner Circle Trader. And I mean, this guy is such a buffoon. You know, I love when people have this telling people that trend lines don't work. Well, if trend lines don't work, moving averages certainly don't work. And like a stop clock, he's showing this entry on this market. I'm just thinking to myself, man, you could have flipped a coin and got in that trade. It's just so funny. What I'm looking for is these trap trades, because I think this is where all the money's at. Where all the liquidity hunt is after here. So I just started this thing, random date, but once again, same story over again. Top becomes a bottom here. Actually, they take it below that, but this is 10 pips. So if you're willing to take 10 pip, put a 10 pip stop in to make 20 pips, then that's a great trade. Once again, there are stops. There's liquidity here. Where's the market come smashing down into to make an easy 10, 20, 30? And if you held through this whole top, now mind you, when it comes up here, you're selling into this. And the reason why this inner circle trading with these people with the bias, oh my God, my daily bias is bullish. I'm like, dude, do you want to make money or do you want to be part of the, like they call the sheeple, right? The sheep. And people that have this notion that, well, I'm bullish, I got a moving average. I'm like, okay, so if you didn't wait for this pullback, and even if you got in here where that little notch is, that little ledge, they nip that and they take it up. That's how you're making money all day. I'm assuming you're day trading a 15-minute chart. Now, certainly if you're in the monthly looking for a setup, you get filled like once every 2 months, 3 weeks, who knows? Not for me. I don't have the patience. I'm going to live that long. We're all going to die soon. I'd be depressed, but I mean, I can understand if you're 14 years old and you're trading. Yeah, maybe you're waiting for a setup on the yearly candles. They don't even have yearly candles in MetaTrader, and there's probably a reason for that. They're like, you're waiting for a setup, a top become a bottom on the monthly. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm only 14 years old. I'm waiting for this setup, and just hysterical stuff. So see how to get out of that trade. You had to scalp something out of that. You don't get in here on this. This is the big problem. You don't. Here's your moving average, right? So I bought here, and I'm just so clever. I got in here right at support, and I'm going to hold that puppy, and we're just going to go to the moon. Sorry. There are so many people buying and selling this thing, and there's so much, it's just a big taffy pull, if anybody knows what taffy pull is. But, it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Trap these guys, trap these guys, trap these. It's a trapeze act, really. Swinging from one platform to the next. So, is there a place to make money in this 15? I think the 15-minute chart is like such a gold mine. Beautiful double bottoms here. I mean, look at this double bottom. Does it get any better than this? And this is also a 1 hour, 1.5 hour setups. So you're waiting 1.5 hours to get. You may only be waiting for the market to come down into this 10 pip vault, and you're picking up all these tickets. You've got tickets all the way to here. You're buying every 2 pips. Some are scalps, some are not. Some are going to ride it to here. Same thing on this side. 20 pip area of nothing but sell limits to come back this way. And same thing here. Look at this back. Up and down, zigzag. What typically is the people are fighting the fact that there are buyers and sellers. In other words, if you're a buyer, you think, well, everybody thinks like you, or you're hoping everybody thinks like you. Everybody's gonna. Can everybody see we're in an uptrend? Can everybody? I mean, this is what I ask myself. Like, I'm long or I'm short, and I'm like, can't everybody see that? Well, but everybody has a different point of view, and there's so many. If it's really a $4 trillion, this is of course all forex trades. If it's really that giant of a market, you got to believe not everybody's agreeing. Otherwise, the market would just like, and with all these people with their, you'll see people do a chart like this. Well, I think the market's going to come up here and then it's going to go like this. Well, the market doesn't go like that. It never goes like that. Where in the fuck have you ever seen a market just go, oh yeah, no, it goes like this. So it's a big mess on the way down. It's a big mess. This may go up in the end. This may go down in the end. This may be the floor that gets taken out later today and it just goes rocketing down. Not a lot of rocket moves. Even here there was a chance to get into this one pullback and ride that non-stop train. A 15-minute chart, but that's 2 hours of just clean up. This is, if you take off that pullback notch, this trap, come up here, fail to take out that high. Now, there's a rhythm to the market. This double bottom becomes a top. It fails. It's okay for here, right? The scalpers make their money. Then here we go. Yikes. And all the orders that are triggered here, whether they're buys or they would be buy orders if somebody's short in some big trend. We don't know why somebody be, but it doesn't matter because anybody that made money on this, where do they put their buy stop? They're short, their buy stops here, they get triggered. Plus they have people that put buy stops here, they're not even in the market yet, and they're looking to get long on confirmation. Fuck confirmation. Confirmation doesn't exist for a profitable trader. Now you may say, oh no, I always wait for, yeah, but you know what, you could be making way more money if you just fucking trade the market. And I know everybody wants to take this concept they learned from life is that you don't get in a car unless it's got at least 4 wheels on it. You don't just start driving a car. So everything, but you think the market cares about, the market doesn't even know that the market exists. It's completely, it's just a phenomena. It's just there. Oh, this is telling me, they got a robot running here telling me it's a downtrend now. Look, it's making money on that sell. Here's stops up here, I think. I'd be getting out right now. But this whole concept of, well, I should treat this just like real life. The rules are completely different. And fundamental this and that and all that stuff, it really would matter. Like if you had a 1,000 pips stop on a currency, you could just say, oh yeah, I'm just ride this puppy up and down, but you still could be underwater on that trade even though you haven't been stopped out. So what's the point? I don't have patience for that. And if this is a 24-hour market, you're kind of being silly if you're going to look at anything but the time frame you're trading on. And then you can look at the daily chart. As soon as you look at the daily chart, you're like, oh boy, look at this thing. It's a bullish candle. Boy, I'm a bull today. You're fucked. You're never going to make, you're not trading the daily chart. Why do people continually put up these long-term time frames and say, well, let's see what the big picture is? Fuck the big picture. Like, if you own a coffee shop that's 400 square feet, what do you care about the rest of the planet? It doesn't matter. All you're worried about is this 400 square foot thing that you are in, and can you attract customers? Is your coffee any good? Sure, you can go look down the road and say, well, look at Starbucks, they're doing this. You know what? You start to jump outside the focus of what you're doing, and you're fucked. You're not taking advantage of your unique. It's a creative. Hopefully, it's a creative thing. Trading's creative because you're creating trade plans out of thin air, out of your own mind. Watching all the stuff on the internet, all the trading videos. All I learn on there is what not to do. I've seen very few trading videos where they say, here's what you do, here you go, here's the trade, see, there you go, you're out. Because most of the stuff there is like, let's try to make 500 pips on one position. Are you fucking nuts? And when they do these setups, like, okay, well, you're going to get in here and you're going to do this trade, you got to be kidding me, man. And people would say, well, backtesting doesn't work, but I'm not backtesting. I'm rehearsing with a 10-pip grid. There's a big difference between backtesting some ridiculous moving average system and saying, look how it performed over so many. Dude, are you serious? You're talking about a market that has a dynamic range of everything from the sound of a mouse or leaves rustling. I think there's a leaves going down the sidewalk to a jet engine, which if you strap a mouse to the jet engine, he will die from the sound alone. It's that loud. So you're talking 180 decibels to, or what, 160 decibels on a jet engine to like 5 decibels, or the noise floor. How can you build you can't even get a microphone to capture that, because the microphone that captures leaves rustling might get annihilated by the jet engine. Vice versa. Here's the straight down move. Look at this big smash down. So could you have gotten in on a sell stop here with a buy with the protection there? Yeah, but now you're not even at break even. If this thing goes ripping back, right? You have to be on it. You have to say, okay, well, this doji here, and even if you scalp to here, do you have the flexibility to now sell that? If you're a day trader, that's why I say day trading is hard, because people don't have the ability to say, oh, I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'm a boy, I'm a boy, I'm a boy for the next 5 hours, and I'm going to turn into a girl. Not going to happen. People don't have that flexibility. Are you going to sit here and put sell stops in here and capture this move? You could have done the same thing here. You could have, every time it goes up, you could have sell stops underneath. Hey, because it's going to come back. And the market's very wishy-washy. And look at this. Did you cash out of that yet? Did you take something off the table? It's been going down for a half hour. I would have taken something. If I would have sold here, the greed factor is incredible. If I would have sold here, or even sold here on stops, and I had protection here, if I'm getting in at this price with a 10 to 12 pip stop, you can guarantee it. I'm getting out here and taking my first 10, my first 20, and scaling out. Otherwise, you're just going to get whiplash. You're nothing but you're just, Baby Don't Hurt Me from Saturday Night Live. You're just getting belly bucked around the room. It's not going to work. You just can't. And if you're going to sit there and tell me you're going to put up a Gartley on this and go, well, this is the C leg, who's whipping out a fib tool at this point, right? Who's coming up here and going, oh, let me see here, I'm going to put a fib tool on that, and my God, the trade's over. Right here, people that bought on that 10-yard line, they're up 10 pips, they're out. I'd be out. If I had a grid in here, and notice I can't go back any further here, but because we just started the playback, but look at this. Go figure. Look at it, top become a bottom, and this is where the market came to. And probably if you're gonna exit, where's your exit gonna be? Up here where the floor was taken out. How the reason why people are not making any fucking money is because they got all this bullshit they've learned from the internet. Oh, well, my bias today, and this is what we're looking for, and you get a grandiose. It's delusions of grandeur. You think the market's going to go to some fucking psycho level because you did all, and this constantly, I'm hearing people reference, well, I know a guy that works at Barclays Bank and they use it. I'm like, fuck, you think Barclays Bank is the only person trading this thing? Are you kidding me? Are you seriously? You got to be kidding me. So this whole notion that it's us, that they know, we just don't know. But no, you know what you see, and when you see that this is 40 pips down off the top of that, if you want to be in this trade for 4 hours, you sold the top of that, and maybe you cashed out right when we came back to here, and the whole trading day is over for you. Now you're going to buy if it comes down to this level. But how are you not taking something off the table? How are you sitting in one position and riding through all this fucking drama and go, oh, you stopped out. Better luck next time. What are you, fucking nuts? Just, I don't get it, man. Why do people do that? But people do that because they think they're in a relationship with the market. I speed this up. They think they got married. They got like, well, yes, but I'm in a relationship. Look at all this wackadoodle stuff. You've got a buy limit here at the 10-yard line. You're up 20 pips. Are you kidding? Sellers are going to come in here. Duh. Sellers are going to come in at the floor. They're going to come in at previous known. But look at that. You could have sold up here. Now, who's flexible enough to buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell? I think that's how you have to be. I'm not good at selling. So I could buy this and dump. I could buy that and dump. I could buy this and dump. And I could buy this, and when it gets to here, I dump. See, I'm out. I'm out of that trade. I bought here at the 10-yard line. I'm out. Now, I could hold some of that. Look at this. Look at these fuckers. Now, they trapped the bulls there. Think that's... Can anybody see that if your breakout order was here, how they just cut in? You fueled that. They trapped you, and they took it right to the Asian session here. And is this really brain surgery? And look where it came down here. You got a perfect head and shoulders. This is really coming. I wish the market moved this fast in real time. You make a lot of money in one day. Head, shoulder, shoulder. Sure, people are probably making that assumption, but let's just figure that. And here's a doji. Anytime you see a flat spot, this 15-minute chart. This is very, very much. Let's say the what is this? 4 times 24. That's how many bars are up there. There's plenty of chances to even do this stupid scalp where you have a sell limit right up here, and they even come back up there. If you had made your first 10 pips and you wrote it for the other 20, 30 pips, so if you have exits of 10, 20, 30, and maybe you don't make your whole thing, and maybe you see that, hey, you know what? I'm up on this thing. We're pausing here. I see the ATR just dropped on the 15-minute. You know what? This probably... Everything is so temporary in these markets. How can anybody just think they're trading stocks? Well, I'm just going to buy and hold. What are you, fucking nuts? Look at this trap here. I mean... I just get so annoyed watching buffoonery on the internet. I mean, you got a moving average on this? Jesus Christ. What for? Why would you want to miss out on all these trades? Look at this trap. Are you fucking kidding me? Buy limits here. We go here. How many times have you seen this? We trapped here. Sellers are supposed to come in. They don't. They come in for a little bit. Rip your head off right back up into here. Is your first exit, second exit. Another trap. Another rape trade. Oh, it's going up. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Just ridiculous. Another bounce off of this to here. Another bounce off of that. Another sellers didn't even make it to the floor on that one. Oh, it's in a downtrend. Yeah, it's in a downtrend. It's in a downtrend. Only be a seller. Just watch this guy. Inner circle trading. What a fuck nut. I'm gonna put the link in the thing. And listen to this guy talk. He's like, well, you know, I used to think. I hope he's not charging. And then I'm watching Steve Morrow, which people are saying, oh, he's a fraud and all that. He's calling out all these trades. Okay, he may be charging $5,000. And maybe he babysits you, or maybe he comes over and tucks you in at night. I don't know what these people do for all this fucking money. Empowered Trading's charging $4,000 for some fucking stupid, where they go, how to read a price chart? Well, let's see, is it going up or down? What the fuck, are you serious? You got like 3 months of daily bars on your screen. Who the fuck cares, man? Don't you want to make some fucking money? What the fuck? Oh, keep buying our course, and then Jason Greystone releases this fucking thing. Hey, simplified basic market trading. What the fuck? Are you serious? Open a goddamn account. Put $100 in it. Are you nuts? You gotta spend $4,000. Well, I don't know anything about trade. You know, you're gonna figure it out real fucking quick. Of course, the word money as soon as you mention money, people are scared shitless. I could lose. I mean, not to mention people are afraid of winning because then they could quit their fucking day job, right? Then their whole world falls apart. Everything they've built their world on, all their bitching and moaning about, oh, my boss is a dick and this thing, and all the whiners. People are so fucking wealthy in this world. The whole planet is so fucking wealthy right now that people have time to bitch about stuff. Even me, I'm bitching about people selling bad shit. Because guess what? Well, I guess I'm not living in a place where they're doing bad stuff, and most people aren't. If you go around the world, you go to most quote civilized places, people are like, yeah, they're on their fucking cell phone. They're holding on to a device that is mind-blowingly cheap. I mean, this thing cost 40 years ago. It cost about $1 billion for a cell phone because they didn't have them. I don't know. Just can't take it. There was a guy on the radio here named Stress, and he used to end the call by hanging up. Look at this. Now, have we ever seen this before? Flash rally up into there, rip it back, then a flash crash back into the double. This is on a 15-minute chart, and then people say, well, don't trade the 5-minute. Sorry, I don't have a rubber spoon for my coffee yet. It's on my list. My Christmas list is a neoprene spoon, but Pirelli spoon. So the thing is, it's just on and on with this victimhood. Oh, well, we just can't know that. Okay, listen. This is the Asian Open. Do you think that there's anybody put a stop in here because they're like, well, our moving averages are up, so we put a stop in here. Oh, gee, why didn't you buy here? And why doesn't Akil Stokes and all these fucking idiots, Greystone, say, dude, you got to put a buy limit here. It's fucking obvious. Dude, you got to put a buy limit here. At least make some money to pay for our fucking overpriced classes. Oh, yeah, and then we'll let you into the trading room. For us, give you fucking trading blue balls, watching people trade like shit. How fucking how greedy are you? Well, we're looking for a big. What we're doing is, and then this the guy that owns, or well, he doesn't own it because the people that own Empowered Trading are some big fucking marketers. But the guy, Jason Stapleton, has a radio show. He's out of trading. Akil Stokes, he's just a coach. Some guy commented on his thing, you're a coach, right? You're not really a trader. You don't really trade this shit. Of course not. I mean, look, and then they had Akil Stokes said this thing like, the reason I pick on them because of the most popular Hollywood Forex committee that's out there lately, and they got this thing like, hey, listen, no trolls don't watch this. Well, yeah, they're getting slammed. They're getting equity curve slammed now. Well, everybody gets equity curve slammed, but the reason they're getting it is because they trade like shit. And people in the comments that people give these people, I guess, I'd say unless you're one of these serial killers, you are probably, and even those people are nice. Look at the interview with the guy that killed, he was called the Iceman. He killed, HBO did a thing on the Iceman. He's killed like 200 people. My God, this guy, you could, I mean, I let him babysit my kids. On the surface, he seems like, in fact, he had a family. He had a wife and kids, and this guy was able to completely compartmentalize his life. He had this, and I think that's the thing of being a trader is that you have to compartmentalize. When you're trading, you wouldn't do this stuff in real life because it's so unorthodox. The idea that you're going to, every hour you're going to change your sex, or maybe you're going to become like a complete eunuch, right, for the next 2 hours. Or when I was in Europe the first time, somebody that was in Italy, and they said, it's very eunuch. Instead of unique, they'd say it's very eunuch. But, I don't get, I mean, I get the fact that the business of selling you a car isn't about how to drive the car. Like, I'm going to sell you a Coruscant. I'm going to sell you a car. You're on your own. You can smash that thing up. But if you could be a bad driver all day long and not get arrested, this is what you're doing when you're trading. You're a bad driver all day long. You don't know where the fuck you're going. You have no destination. You have no direction. You have no bias. You don't give a fuck. Okay, that is the trick. That's the big secret, is that if you have a bias, you're fucked. Now, you could say to me, well, look at all these moves in the up direction. Okay, that's great. But where do you take profits? If you take profits, you're a seller. So if after this big run up, at the end of the day, do you dump and then reload on the pullback? Or do you wait for them to come back to your limit? Now, this is where the patience comes in. I'm way advanced here. We're going up, right? Are there any counter trades in here? Not the greatest in the world, and you're not going to make that many pips. But I think at this point, you'd have to say, oh, this thing's going up. But could you have sold here? And right there, it's a 5 pip window. Cash out and go the other way. You could still counter trend trade this, realizing that when we come back to that top on the 10-yard line, we get a double bottom there. Coming into Asia, and another thing is, people have this thing about, well, when Asia opens, there's no rules like that. When this thing's going up, and don't forget, they just took out this high, pulled back into this top. You got a double bottom on a top. That's a setup. You either put buying on stops here, or you already have your limits placed here to scalp to here to here. Now, you probably left money on the table if you only have 30 pip targets. So who cares? You made money. So, I can't see very far left here, but why would you even look? If you're trying to make 40 pips, why do you care about the daily, weekly, 4-hour charts? 4-hour charts don't mean shit. If you really cared about that, all you do here is, trading stopped. Look at this. Somebody said this, I watched a guy make supposedly $15,000. He made $8 million in 3 months with this EA, so I put it on my system. It was free. If I zoom out, this is the daily. Right? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. How much more do you need to know about this market? This climax up in here now. You have to be. This is like, look at this. Total trap up there, right? Look at this pullback. Comes back to the triangle here. People scalp off of that. Here's the floor taken out. Now they're getting in. So look at this here. Support. Big wedge. Total breakdown. Now, I'm so zoomed out right now. There are so many trades on this chart. And that's the other, got a lot of problems. The problem I have with these people doing these big, wide, expansives, like, well, let's take a look at the chart. I'm like, dude, you know how many trades are on this chart? Are you kidding me? And look at this thing. I think this fucking EA, it's a grid hedging system. I think it just blew at the account there, and then it got on and everything up here. I think this is losing these red dots. Look at this. Look at this trap here. Come down into this area here. Didn't quite make it to there. Targets are the previous floor. Bam, that's a lot of pips in a very short period of time. What is wrong with that trade? What the fuck is wrong with that? What is wrong with making money like that? Well, we're in a downtrend. I can't believe. I mean, you go back. I did a thing about this, Kill Stokes, and there was the market was going up and up and up, and he said, well, just because you sold here, if you sold here and you rode that pullback, that's a bad trade, he said. Even though you made money, because you're not trading in the direction of the trend. Well, fuck the trend, and fuck all these fuckers on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you very much.